everyone. My name is Easy, and welcome back to another episode of Easy Does It, where we react and review YouTube channels and sometimes do daily vlogs. Now, this time we're going to be checking out a channel it just randomly popped up in my recommendations, and it's called Chilling Scares is the name of the channel. They have about 130 million views. They're fairly new. They've been only on since 2020, and they already have 763,000 subscribers, which, again, I've said before, I don't understand how they're getting that many subscribers when they're that fairly new. Like, I've got a couple of channels and I've not even gotten close to that in several years, so I don't get it. I really don't. It's like they've got tons of bots that are subscribing to some of these channels. Anyways, this channel is basically like if you've ever heard of the channel Paranormal Listed or Scary Mysteries or something like that, you know, they do a lot of not really paranormal stuff, maybe a little bit, but they do more like true crime stuff. It literally says it in the description. They do a lot of, you know, like first-person horror stories, disturbing tales or videos, that kind of stuff. You know, more like real-life horror crap. But anyways, let's check out one of their latest, called 6 Most Disturbing Locations Found on Google Maps. Let's check them out.
New Baltimore is a small town in New York with a population of just over 3,000 people. In 2007, the first images of the town were uploaded to Google Maps. But unlike most locations on the platform, for some reason the Street View images seem to be corrupted, making the entire town look warped and discolored, resembling something completely different from the actual town in real life. If you zoom out far enough, the glitch disappears, and the roads, people, and houses start to look normal again. The location had the same appearance on Google Maps for 8 years, until in 2015 Google finally managed to fix the issue by uploading new pictures of New Baltimore to the platform. To this day, it's unknown what caused the glitch, and Google never gave an explanation as to why it happened. Of course, small glitches and equipment errors happen all the time, but what's unusual is that this is the only location on the platform where the entire town looked like this. But what's most disturbing is that even after Google supposedly fixed the glitch around 2015, after 8 years of its existence, some people still reported that there were certain spots in New Baltimore where the Street View would temporarily glitch and show a distorted, creepy version of the people and houses. Because Google never disclosed any information about the glitch publicly, people have tried to come up with explanations for years. Many users have claimed that it wasn't a glitch at all, and that New Baltimore is really some kind of portal.
Oh,
Others
yes.
say the entire town is haunted.
There's gotta be a portal.
To this day, some people still claim that the glitch was never entirely fixed.
Just a cam glitch. They just
in
sat on
2019,
it
a
for a
man
while.
named Jerry Nyman was simulating a
feel like
school bus
fixing
route in Florida using Google Maps. At the time, Jerry worked for the Transportation Department of the Palm Beach County School District, and his job involved making sure the bus routes were safe enough so children could easily get on and off the bus without having to walk close to any busy highways.
Okay.
One day, Jerry got an email from a nearby middle school asking him to make sure the current bus routes were safe, and this is where things took a turn. After reading the email, Jerry realized that the school was close to his ex-girlfriend Erica's house. As he was checking the bus route on Google Maps, he noticed something that looked like a white car at the edge of a man-made lake next to Erica's house. He quickly texted her and asked her if she had ever seen the car. She said no, but offered to go over and take a look. Because the water was brown and murky, she had to ask a neighbor for help. After which, her neighbor confirmed that there was indeed a white car in the retention pond and called 911. Police showed up and interrogated Jerry, thinking that he might have had something to do with it. But he explained that he had just found the car on Google Maps. Shockingly, after pulling the car out of the pond and looking inside, the police found a man's skeleton still wearing a seatbelt in the driver's seat. As it was later revealed, the car belonged to a man named William Mould,
I've
a
heard
40-year-old
something like
mortgage
this
broker who
before,
had
where
disappeared
they
way back in
found
1997. The story
a
goes
car
that
or
on November
something in the
7th,
lake,
William was at a nightclub,
or
and
a
at
pool
about
or
9:30
something.
p.m., he called his girlfriend to let her know that he would be heading home soon. According to witnesses, William hadn't really socialized with anyone, and although
So
he had
that's
several
not
drinks, he didn't appear
unheard
to be
of.
intoxicated when he left the club at around 11
It's
p.m.
happened
in his white
before.
sedan.
Someone found
That night was
something
the
like
last
that on
night
Google
anyone would see
Maps.
him alive. After his girlfriend reported him missing, police began an investigation, but with no new leads, the case quickly went cold. Considering how dark the water was in the retention pond, it's not surprising that nobody had noticed the car for 22 years until it was found on Google Maps.
Wow,
The
22
circumstances
years.
around William Mould's disappearance and how his car ended up in the lake remain unknown.
That's crazy. Sometimes you never know when a
This
mystery
disturbing
might be
scene was
solved.
captured in a public park in a small city in
It's
Holland.
not blood.
In
I've seen
2013, a Reddit user
crap
named
on this
NCAF
before.
posted this
They
image
think
with the
it's
caption,
blood, and it's
"A
not.
murder near
It's
my
just
house
water."
on Google Maps. The satellite image shows what appears to be a trail of blood on a dock. The quality isn't great, and it's hard to tell what exactly is happening, but many people have claimed that the image shows two men dragging a dead body into the water.
No, it's
After the post quickly
water.
went viral, police launched an investigation to find out whether
It's
a murder
just
had
the
actually
way the
taken place at the
wood
dock.
reacts to the
Investigators and
water.
reporters thought they might get valuable information by interviewing nearby business owners, but nobody had seen anything suspicious. If it was a murder, getting rid of a dead body in the middle of a popular public park in broad daylight is questionable. But as you'll soon see, stranger and more disturbing things have been captured on Google's satellite images.
Yeah,
A
but
week after the
that
image was posted,
they found.
a 52-year-old woman
They
named
already
Jacqueline
looked that up,
Coleman
found
claimed
out
that
it
the image
wasn't.
shows her and her friend playing with her
Yeah,
brown
it's just
golden
water.
retriever, and that the trail of liquid was actually water from the dripping dog, which looks dark red in the picture because of the lighting. While this is a possibility, crime scene investigators aren't fully convinced. Forensic
Yes, they
analysts
were.
say that the stains look exactly
No,
like
he's
the marks
lying.
in the satellite image, and
He's
that the
lying.
stain
He's
patterns
full
on
of
the dock
shit.
show a clear dragging pattern.
I don't know
as
who
if
this
something
dude
heavy
is,
had
but
been
he
dragged
didn't
on
do
the
his
dock, Not a
research.
dripping pattern. Years after the
'Cause
original
this has
image was
already
captured,
been
a forensic team analyzed the scene with
debunked.
special equipment. They found no traces of blood on the dock.
That's
But
right.
said
They
it's
didn't
possible
find
the blood
anything.
could
They
have
went
fully
out
faded
there
after
and
so
they
much
looked.
time. Whether the satellite captured an innocent image of two women
But
playing with the dog,
that was
or
it.
something
They were
much
done.
more
It
gruesome
was
remains unconfirmed. Strangely, if you look
looked
at the
and
dock on
done,
Google Maps
and one
today,
and done.
there's a bright red circle
There
with
was
two
no,
lines in the
hey,
center of the dock.
what the fuck
And
is
I
he
couldn't
doing?
find an explanation on what this means.
Whatever, dude. Stop making shit up. I don't know who this. Dude
In a
is.
random location in Sonora, Mexico, a Google
He
Street
needs to
View
stop.
car
He needs
photographed
to
four
do his
masked men
research
standing in the middle of the
before
road.
he goes
On
posting
one side of
shit.
the road, a man wearing a scream
I
mask
hate
can be
people
seen
who
next
do
to
that.
another man wearing a Mexican
They make
wrestling mask over his
assumptions,
face. A
and they
third
don't know
person
what
with
they're
a
talking
werewolf
about
mask stands in the
because they
middle of
haven't
the
done
road
the
alongside another
research.
man wearing a balaclava and a hat. After the discovery was posted on Reddit about a year ago, people started coming up with theories to explain the strange scene. One possibility is that the people in the image were following the Mexican Day of the Dead tradition of dressing up in masks and costumes to dance and celebrate their ancestors. On this holiday, it's common in some communities for people to
I
dress
think I
up and
heard
dance on the
something
street
about
for money,
this.
inviting passersby
This
to dance
particular
with them.
picture or
The
whatever.
legend goes that if
I
you join
can't
in and dance with
remember.
them once, you have to do it for 7 years straight to avoid getting chased by ghosts. The
Ah,
Day of the Dead theory sounds possible.
I
However,
don't
the picture
know
was taken in
what
April,
it
and the
was,
Day of the
but
Dead isn't until November, which means that the people in the image were covering their face for another reason.
I
Many
think it
people
was
have
done as a
speculated online that
gag
since the photograph was taken in an
because
area
they
made
knew
famous by the
Google
Sonora
Maps was
cartel,
out there
the men could be cartel
taking pictures.
members.
If I remember
The
right,
reasons for standing on the road
it
are
was just
unclear,
done as a
but some people
gag.
think that something sinister might have been taking place when the
There
image
wasn't
was
anything
captured. The
sinister,
Sonora
dude.
cartel is one of the oldest
I'm
and
pretty
most
sure I
notorious drug
remember that
cartels
they
in
were
Mexico.
doing
They
it
made their
as a
name as one
gag
of the
because
first
they knew
cartels to
Google
ship
Maps
many
was
different
out
drugs
there.
into the U.S. But whether the
But
people in the image are
whatever.
actually cartel members has not been confirmed. Interestingly, this isn't the first sighting of people wearing strange masks on Google Maps. In 2013, a group of people
Yes, it was a
wearing
stunt.
Gouger masks near a
This is
railway
a
station in
stunt.
western
They
Tokyo.
knew Google Maps was
Although
there.
the image is a little creepy,
That's
it was
why
later
they
revealed
did
that the
it.
whole thing was actually just a staged prank led by a group of art students
Okay,
from a nearby
see?
university.
He got
It
this
is
one right.
unlikely
It's the
that this is
same
what was
thing.
happening in the images that were taken in Mexico.
It's a stunt. It's a staged.
In March of 2014, a Malaysia
Nothing
Airlines
sinister.
plane with 227 passengers and 12 crew members on board disappeared during a flight.
Good
from
job.
Kuala
You actually
Lumpur to
did your
Beijing.
research on that one.
The mysterious disappearance of Flight 370 triggered a massive international search operation. But 3 years later, in January 2017, the governments of Malaysia, Australia, and China called off the search. To this day, the reasons for the plane's disappearance are unknown. But because it's known that a plane has to be under manual control to deviate as much from its course as Flight 370 did, most experts speculate that a sort of hijacking operation is the most likely explanation. 1 year
Yeah,
after
they
the
still
search was
don't know
called
what
off,
went
a
on
man
there.
named Ian Wilson claimed that he had found the crash site on Google Maps in a random location in the middle of the Cambodian jungle. Determined to find the remains of Flight 370, Ian and his brother Jackie traveled to Cambodia to search for the plane. Unfortunately, because the terrain in the jungle was incredibly dangerous, they had to turn back before they could reach the crash site. But the brothers plan to return to the Cambodian jungle sometime in the future to find it. Although
Why
it's
don't they
disturbing to
just
see a
tell the
plane stranded in the middle
authorities?
of the jungle, authorities have clarified that it's unlikely that this is the lost Malaysia Airlines plane. Random debris was found from Flight 370 on the shores of different countries on the African coast.
Yeah,
2
they
years before the
found
Google
they
Maps site.
found some of the
And it
debris.
would
They
have been
just
almost
don't know
impossible for this debris to have made its
where
way
it
from the
is,
Cambodian
where it
jungle
went
to the
down.
beach, across the Indian Ocean,
They're not
and onto
for
the shores
sure.
of Madagascar and Tanzania. But there's also evidence that suggests this could be the crash site of Flight 370. For example, at the time the plane lost contact with the operations center, it was reportedly in Cambodian airspace. Also, the missing Malaysia Airlines plane was a Boeing 777, which measures about 242 feet, and using the measuring tool on Google Maps, the length of the plane in the satellite image is almost a perfect match. Some Cambodian residents also revealed during interviews that they had seen a plane with a kite-like emblem flying overhead in that same area around the date of the crash. The contradicting evidence triggered a conspiracy theory, with people claiming that the debris had been planted on the shores of African countries by the Malaysian government to close the case quickly and avoid having to admit that they completely botched the initial search for the plane. Because it's still unknown where Flight 370 crashed, this could be a possibility. But even if this isn't where Flight 370 went down, the fact that there's a random, undocumented plane stranded in the middle of the Cambodian jungle is pretty unsettling. The story behind this Google Maps
Yeah, if it
image
wasn't
is
that
particularly
flight, what
disturbing.
flight was it?
On the night of August 14th, 2009,
They should have authorities go out there and investigate.
On a footpath crossing the railroad tracks that separate North
Just
Richmond
saying.
from San Pablo, California.
Check it out.
His remains were discovered the next morning by a passerby, and police soon showed up at the scene of the crime. Investigators never found a motive for the event, and the crime was sadly never solved. 4 years later, in 2013, the boy's father was using Google's satellite view when he noticed something pretty disturbing. For some unknown reason, the satellite image of the area just so happened to be captured on the exact day after the incident. The aerial view shows a police car and a group of 5 investigators standing next to the tracks. Disturbingly, also seen is Kevin Barrera. After Kevin Barrera's father reported the image, Google Maps took it down 8 days later, but the damage to the family had already been done. This area of Richmond, known as the Iron Triangle, is reportedly a big homicide hotspot. Between February and October of 2013, 6 people were killed near the railroad tracks. Although these kinds of events are still being reported in that area to this day, this is the only time one of them was captured by Google's satellite images and shown publicly on the platform.
Okay. Yep, I guess that's it. I don't know. I've seen better true crime channels. This one, every now and then I'll find a list channel that'll do a clip of, or have a clip on their video, one of the things on their list, and they completely get it wrong. And the whole deal with the blood on the dock, he was he was half-assed right, and then the whole thing well, the investigators didn't believe it, blah, blah, blah. I had to go back out there 2 or 3 times. No, they didn't. They went out and they looked real quick and then they left. They knew what it was. One and done. So, that irritates me. I don't like someone who, like, tries to, try to throw a spin on a story when it's not true. That irritates me. Anyways, the rest of the video was okay. Nothing exciting. You can check it out if you want. Up to you. It's called Chilling Scares. But anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you on the next one.